In the lively heart of Cebu City, where jeepneys honk and the scent of street food fills the air, 16-year-old Jiro Alves begins his day before sunrise. His mother sets up their small fruit stall near the crowded Carbon Market, arranging mangoes and bananas with the same gentle care she's shown Jiro his entire life. While she organizes the produce, Jiro tunes his old, faded guitar, its wooden body scratched from years of playing on sidewalks. As vendors shout their prices and children run between stalls, Jiro begins strumming the opening notes of "Can't Help Falling in Love." His deep, velvety voice rises above the bustling noise, drawing heads from all directions. Some customers pause mid-walk, their bags still in hand. Others stop just long enough to smile before dropping a few coins into the small tin can at his feet. Jiro doesn't sing for money, though his family needs it, but because music is the one place he feels truly free. Every Elvis song he performs carries memories of late nights when he and his mother would huddle by a tiny radio, escaping their worries through melodies from another era. Elvis became his secret teacher, his invisible mentor. Just as he finishes the chorus, a foreign tourist stops to record him. "You sound exactly like him," the man exclaims. Jiro blushes, thinking he's exaggerating, but continues singing with even more soul. By the end of the day, the tourist uploads the clip to social media, calling Jiro the Cebu Elvis. What Jiro doesn't know is that the video will explode overnight, shared thousands of times, commented on by music lovers around the world, and eventually noticed by a talent scout scouting for America's Got Talent. And so, from a humble market in Cebu, Jiro's life quietly begins to change. The moment Jiro steps off the plane at Los Angeles International Airport, his heart races with excitement and fear. Everything feels larger than life. The ceilings stretch endlessly above him, bright digital screens flash with unfamiliar ads, and crowds move in fast waves that make Cebu's busy markets seem calm. His mother clutches their small travel bag with both hands, her eyes wide as she tries to take in every detail. "Anak, stay close," she whispers, though Jiro has no intention of letting go of her arm. Neither of them has ever left the Philippines before. Now they're thousands of miles from home, chasing a dream they still can't fully believe is real. As they exit the airport, the crisp American air hits Jiro's face. Skyscrapers glitter in the distance, and the roar of traffic feels almost cinematic. Their AGT coordinator greets them with a bright sign that reads, "Welcome, Jiro Alves." Jiro nearly laughs. He's never seen his name printed professionally before. At the hotel, he practices in front of the mirror, but nerves creep in as he imagines the legendary AGT stage. What if people laugh? What if he forgets the words? What if his voice isn't enough? Late that night, he looks out the window at the glowing city and whispers to himself, "This is it. I have to make Cebu proud." When Jiro steps onto the AGT stage, the world suddenly feels too big. The bright spotlights hit his face, making his eyes squint as he nervously clutches his old guitar. The audience murmurs softly, curious, unsure, wondering what this shy Filipino teen has to offer. Jiro swallows hard, his knees tremble. Simon Cowell leans forward. "Hello, what's your name?" Jiro Alves from Cebu, Philippines," he replies, voice barely above a whisper. "Why did you choose to sing Elvis songs?" Simon asks, raising an eyebrow. Jiro glances down at his guitar. "His music helped me and my mom smile during hard days. When I sing Elvis, I feel brave." The judges nod gently, but the pressure tightens around Jiro's chest. He steps toward the microphone. His fingers shake as he positions them on the strings. The room falls silent, so silent he can hear his heartbeat pounding in his ears. Then the first note rings out. Something changes instantly. The trembling stops. His voice transforms, rich, deep, and warm, echoing through the auditorium with the unmistakable soul of classic Elvis. The audience straightens in their seats. Some gasp softly. The judges exchange stunned looks. Simon's eyes widen as if he's witnessing something impossible. By the time Jiro reaches the chorus, the audience is completely still, captivated by the sound coming from a boy who moments earlier couldn't even look up. For the first time, Jiro feels like he truly belongs on that stage. As Jiro continues singing, something extraordinary happens in the auditorium. His voice deepens with emotion, carrying a soulful warmth that feels both nostalgic and fresh. The notes float effortlessly, filling every corner of the stage. It's as if the spirit of classic rock and roll has suddenly awakened inside this humble Cebuano teen. The camera cuts to the judges. Heidi raises her eyebrows, stunned. Howie actually leans back in his chair, whispering, "No way." Sophia places her hand on her chest, visibly moved. But it's Simon's reaction that changes everything. Simon slowly leans forward, elbows on the table, staring at Jiro with an intensity rarely seen. His mouth parts slightly, his expression, usually unreadable, softens into genuine amazement. This is special," he mutters under his breath. The audience senses what's happening. A hush falls over the room. People tilt their heads, entranced. Some are already recording with their phones, knowing they're witnessing something unforgettable. Jiro hits a high note, steady and beautiful, and the crowd erupts into applause even before the song ends. The energy surges through the auditorium like electricity. Jiro's mother, watching from backstage, covers her face with her hands, tears streaming as she hears the crowd cheering for her son. When the final note fades, there's a heartbeat of silence, then a thunderous standing ovation. Simon stands too, eyes shining, and whispers, "Unbelievable." The applause is still shaking the entire auditorium when Simon Cowell rises from his seat. The other judges look at him, surprised. Simon rarely moves this fast. Jiro stands frozen on the stage, clutching his guitar, unsure if he did something wrong or something right. Simon walks toward the center of the judges' table, eyes locked onto the trembling Filipino teen. "Jiro," he begins, voice steady but filled with emotion, "I've heard many Elvis covers in my life. But what you just did, your heart, your soul, your tone, you didn't imitate Elvis. You honored him." Jiro's breath catches in his throat. His mother is already crying backstage. Simon takes a deep breath. "I think Elvis himself would be proud of you." The audience erupts, cheers, whistles, screams filling every inch of the room. Then, without another word, Simon slams the golden buzzer. A burst of golden confetti explodes from the ceiling, cascading over Jiro like a shining waterfall. His knees give out, and he drops to the stage, covering his face in disbelief. The crowd chants his name. "Gro, Gro, Gro." His mother rushes onto the stage, hugging him tightly as tears fall onto the glitter-covered floor. Simon steps up and smiles warmly. "Welcome to the live shows, Jiro. The world needs to hear that voice." And in that moment, under the golden lights, amid cheers from thousands, Jiro realizes his life has changed forever.